Facebook has gotten to where when the music plays, well, I don't know if it's the music or if it's just because
Mhm.
it's Gen some filter and it will come back and it'll say, I have to share revenue with you.
Yeah, they tell me if when I was playing the opening,
Yeah,
well, the people, the copyright stuff, they're
right.
getting money from your account. I'm like, okay, well, I just started after after the opening. Okay, so there's more ways to skin a cat. Just saying. So,
Very true. Very true.
but
A lot
anyway,
of
but
funny
yeah,
things.
yeah, dude, I tell you, they're weird about this stuff. I don't know why. I mean, Facebook. Come on, man. Do they even have music over on Facebook?
Um, well, they used to, and then I don't know if I'm just banned from it and that's my spot now, but used to you could pull all kinds of music. Now it's got the suckiest music to pull from. It's kind of like what
I,
Clapper carries. Just saying.
I wonder why.
I mean, I used to be able to, but I get banned and guideline or whatever so much. I just wonder if they just put me in my own little square, because they know I'm going to use music anyway.
Yeah,
So,
but see, the thing about Instagram is, I'll go to it. This is the way I do it over on Instagram when I want to post a video.
mhm.
You know how I do my videos. I go to
Right.
Instagram or Tik. I go to Instagram or TikTok, and I'll just screen record the daggone music, and then it goes through. You know, that's what I do.
Well, if you have a song and it says there's a something against it, if you go over to another platform and you add a song on top of it and you cut that song way, way,
Uh,
way
I, I,
down.
I ain't doing all that. Yeah, people's talked about that
I
over
don't
the years.
I
I
don't get
scream it.
guideline for it. I
Yeah,
don't.
but I get it. But no, I screen
I
record
don't.
everything, folks. I screen record this stuff. You know? And that, that's one way a lot of my videos they go. You know,
I don't
because
know how they go for you, but they don't for me. I could screen record a song and stick it on one of these platforms and I get in trouble.
it's according to which platform you own. Because what that's what I'm saying. Let me see. That's what I'm saying. I will take and screen record from Instagram.
Right.
That's automatically entwined with Facebook because when I post a video over on Instagram, it automatically goes to Facebook. And if I want to post a video up over on TikTok, I go use their music. I do.
I try. I could give it that. I give it a really good try.
You do. I mean, we all do. But I'm going to be honest with you. I go above and beyond when I post my videos. I sure enough do.
I get in
It is.
trouble. I get in trouble all the time. It's
So,
crazy.
folks, hey, Gail, if you're worried about your gas prices, because folks, I understand that they're going up. I get that.
No, not concerned.
A lot of people are. They're bitching and complaining. So, folks, I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all for a long time. Watch out who you follow because we're going to go there this evening, okay? And I don't get everything right, but when I'm wrong, I admit that I'm wrong. I just don't. I'm just not going to come out right and lie to you, okay?
All right.
And,
Right.
and Gail's not going to do that neither. You know, no one's perfect, but when they deliberately do it, mm, 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 mm.
It's happening
But
a lot.
we're having it a whole lot because the tables have turned.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get there, and y'all just hang with us, and we'll go there and stuff like that. But if you're concerned about the gas prices, well, maybe this will help your your thought knowledge on the outcome.
what is your message to the American people right now about what we can still do to bring gasoline prices back down?
I mean, there's things we can do on refinery efficiencies. There's a few more levers we have to pull there that we're looking at quickly. The goal, of course, is to get them down as quickly as possible. But my appeal to the American people is we've had 47 years of threats from Iran, which have artificially raised energy prices for decades. We're going through a short-term period of disruption right now, but the long-term benefits will be enormous. Think of years ahead and decades ahead for you and your children. You're going to see a much better world. You got to get through a few weeks of disruption, and we're doing everything we can to mitigate those disruptions.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Drill, baby, drill. That's exactly right. 100%. But this is the thing about it, that your panicking and your mainstream media is not telling you anything about. We get zero oil from Iran. Zero. The big goose egg. We get zero. That's for the other countries over yonder.
Yep.
Man. Why is but this is the thing about, why is our gas prices going up?
Frantic fear.
Yeah. But why is our gas prices going up when we're not dependent on Iran, I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it. I don't care.
Say it however you like.
But yeah, okay, so I'm calling them Democrats. Seems to fit. But they're all about the Green New Deal, right? They don't want any oil in in your cars. They want to raise the prices.
Yep. California wanted to get rid of RVs, wanted to get rid of old cars, wanted to get rid of gas-powered lawnmowers, anything that had to do with gas, generators.
Hell, they want to cut off your electricity, you know.
Well, what are we going to use them? Because then we'd have to go to electric every day. I mean, come on, that's where they want to control. Who controls the food controls the people.
Right. Okay. Beans, we're talking about this. So this weekend I was mowing my grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I push mow. I do. I push mow. And no, anyway, I'll get there. But we've had this lawnmower for 17 years. Imagine that, 17.
Wow.
No conspiracies here, okay? Just saying. And when I crunk it up, I'm like, man, that joker sound like it's ripping a little bit higher than usual, you know? We got the backyard mowed, come around to the front yard, and all of a sudden I see oil squirting out the side of it. I'm like, what in the world? That joker starts going,
well, if it laid down, it was a good number to lay down on.
It locked up like a bird dog. I mean, that joker's toast. But anyway, so my wife's like, well, how much did we pay for that joker? I said, 17 years ago, $279. That's what I paid for it. And it's a 21 inch and self-propelled and stuff. Do y'all realize that the battery operated? Not that I'm going to buy one. Oh, hell no. I ain't buying no battery operated. Them jokers, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 for a freaking battery operated lawnmower. And I'm like, they ain't no way in hell I'm paying that. $279. Okay, I get it. Goes up over 17 years. $379. What's up, John?
Yeah, but it's electric. How long is it going to last? You get gas, you get further. You know what I'm saying?
This is my point. You got to have energy. You got to have oil to charge the jokers. Come on, man.
Hey, John.
I mean, make it make sense, folks. Hey,
It don't. I'm not even gonna try.
next January, I want y'all to emphasize here. Next January, it's going to be 12 years when AOC said, and when she was elected, that the Earth's going to flood because of the climate deal. Okay. I'm just putting it out. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay. Do not shoot the messenger. It's her words, not ours. But yeah, but yeah.
Oh, come on.
So the lawnmower is shot. So yeah, go and get us a new one.
Well, you
And
got
we-
your money's worth and then some out of it.
Oh yeah, dude, that joke. It wasn't just our grass that I mowed. I mowed other people's grasses as well. You know.
Right.
Well, to be honest with you, Mom and Daddy's been dead. Well,
5
April will be
years now?
15 years. 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mow their grass every 2 weeks, along with ours, along with my dad-in-law and mother-in-law when she was alive. But yeah, so I mowed a lot of grass for that joker. Yeah, I got my money worth. I sure did.
Now you get a
And
new
I'm
one
happy.
and you start over.
All right. Well, the only yard I have to worry about now is just my own. Okay. Right here.
That's good.
That's it. 100%. But what else have you heard?
I've heard some crazy stuff today.
Okay,
I've
well,
heard.
is you heard, or is it rumors, or
It's rumors. It's rumors of things. But here's one. As many as 29 states may have their laws overturned after the Supreme Court indicated that they will rule against allowing mail-in ballots to come in after Election Day. This would be huge and could be a 6-3 ruling. Justice Alito, Independence Day, birthday, and Election Day, they are all particular days. So if we start with that, if I have nothing more to look at than the phrase Election Day, I think this is the day in which everything is going to take place.
and it's going to be election days. Now, listen, this going to go back to your panicking. When your panic will say, panicking going to say, well, we told you this was coming. You know, it's going to be blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Just start with Alex Jones stuff. I'm going to get on him in just a little bit, okay?
Ooh.
So, but yeah, it's an election day, okay? It's not an election days or weeks. That's how they steal elections, period.
I remember growing up, not one time it was done. I mean, before we even went to bed, maybe late after midnight or something like that, we used to go to the courthouse, show your ID, you do your vote, and then we would know who won. Somewhere in that shit flipped
Right.
in more ways than one.
It was cause they thought she would never lose. Miss Richie, I just put that in your words in your mouth. They thought that she would never lose because Hillary Clinton was actually basically guaranteed that she was going to win until President Trump, or then Trump, ran, for president, and he won. And there were 17 people up there on that podium. 17. Oh, look, watch out. 17. But you got to question everything, no doubt about it.
That's true.
So, and he won and she lost. So they had to go into a ways of bigger cheating. Then they came out with, the COVID, especially in the 2020 election. And we're going to get into that here in just a little bit. Just a little piece of it. But what's up, Jeannie? Hello,
Is Janine in
country.
here?
Yeah.
Is that
Is that how you
Janine?
say it? It's been a day or two since you've been in here, Jenny.
That's
Janine.
Miss Jen. You got it, Janine. You said it
Yeah,
right.
but it starts with a G.
So
I don't.
s-
To me, it
sound your
don't,
vowels out. Sound your vowels out.
a woman just you say it the way you want to say it. I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it. Hey, Miss Janine, how you doing? But
There you go. You said
okay,
it right.
okay,
That's
I can
good.
see it now. But still, I mean, just really.
You'll mess up later, and you'll say it.
No, I'm saying I'm looking at Miss Rich's comment. That witch
What'd she say?
already had a Time magazine printed. She showed this. She had the fireworks too. She had the fireworks, and then she
Oh,
had
she
a
had it. See, I didn't watch the like. I wasn't into politics at that time, so I don't
yeah.
really know what I've caught. Since then, bits and pieces.
She
But she thought she was it.
yeah was she thought she didn't even come out on stage. It
No,
had to be John Podesta
of all people.
of all people, But anyway, it's she's never gonna be president.
No,
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, Janine. Well, she's wanting to start a new fundraising and new things to help save children,
Oh yeah, okay.
like new initiatives.
Wait, you know why it is? Cause the person that's running the Safe Alert for us the child, yeah, Slick Willie, he pardoned the woman who was, yeah, he pardoned her, and yeah, and now why is the kids why did they go away from the milk cartons? You know,
I've always wondered that because that would have been the best way to get their info out there. You know what I'm saying? And now all you got is an Amber Alert, which people no picture most of the time. It just tells you their name and their age and where it's from. But the only milk carton you really get picture wise is Walmart as you're walking out. And it's off to the side. It's not really up big and bad to where people, in your face type thing.
yeah,
It's
I
just not.
mean back before I graduated, it was which I graduated in 1990. Anyway, it was always on the milk cartons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mhm.
Because Ronald Reagan, during his time as president, they had them all printed on the milk cartons.
I think we should go back to that.
Okay, but what they're saying, there was only one child during that whole time that was found. None of the rest of them were found.
So, I'll get me started on all that.
Okay. Well, I'll get you started on this right here because President Trump's like, hey, don't you follow their daggum rules.
And we got to do something about it all, and it's part of Homeland Security. And I'm suggesting strongly to the Republican Party, don't make any deal on anything. The most important thing we can have is what's called the Save America Act. Don't make any deal on anything unless you include voter ID, and you have to be a citizen to vote. You have to show citizenship to vote. Very easy to do. It's very insulting when they say people can't do it because they don't know how to do it. Anybody that can't do it, I think it's a very insulting thing to say.
Can I speak on this one? Please. I had to go get my birth certificate today for some legal stuff that I'm doing. And it took me, my lunch break is from 11 to 12. Left here 11:05, got to the health department. In less than 6 minutes, I had a copy of my own birth certificate. And all I had to hand them was my driver's license or an ID, which mine was a driver's license. $15. By George, I had my birth certificate in my hand. That's how you do it. I just told you how to do it. It's not that hard. It's very simple. It's very simple. At the end of the day, to be saying they don't understand, they Democrats know that they can't win. They just can't win honestly. They can't. They have to have this. They have to have lies and deceit. But that's all you got to do is just go to your local health department and tell them you want a long form copy of your birth certificate. And they just need your driver's license. That's it.
So was it very painful for you to show your driver's license?
No, I actually commented to the lady. I said, that was quick because she took my ID, took a scanned copy of it, made me fill out a form, just basic name. You got to know your mother and father's name. Simple things like that. Your birthday, maybe a name of one of your brothers or sisters. That way you can kind of get more verification. Signed it, dated it, turned it in to her, and no lie, in less than 5 to 6 minutes, I had my printed copy with the seal on it if I wanted it.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. So that is that simple to get it. So how is it going to be that hard to get it?
Well, okay, well, so the video I played about President Trump saying, "Do not give in," you know what I'm saying, to the leaders. What was he saying? He was saying the Democratic Party is labeling the black folks as being stupid. The Hispanic folks who are actually now legal citizens, you just too stupid. You can't vote. You don't know how to go back to Joe Biden. Well, they don't even know how to run computers. They don't have IDs. You see all these videos, people being questioned or asked, the black people or Hispanics, do you know how to go vote? Do you know how to register? Do you know how to get a driver's license? You tell me right here, right now, who's the biggest racist in the whole group? That's the Democratic Party.
They are, and they push it because they need it. They need it to be pushed in order to push their agendas.
Mm-hmm. You're exactly
Get
right.
bills passed. It's all about discord and division. I've, over the past 5-6 years, I've noticed it's all about pushing discord, division, racist. They rage bait. They purposely, that's the thing. They purposely and they choose to do this to get their narrative pushed across. And they push so much propaganda out there. So much. I've never seen such.
And when that's saying, you big podcasters, I would say, bigger than what our podcast is. Your big podcasters, they're kind of in that same situation to where now they're pushing more propaganda. I mean, we're not going to completely go here yet, you know what I'm saying? But they're in that same way that the mainstream media is. They're just pushing it a little bit harder because they're trying to sell their agenda, their narratives, because they don't want who President Trump. They hate President Trump. They hate him with a passion, but they won't tell you that they love him.
Right.
They don't. They only want the people. I've been telling y'all this I told y'all after President Trump, when he was reelected, I'm coming. I'm here. I'm right here. Just a little single podcaster or whatever case may be. Low views, which is fine. Repost podcast. Hit the thumbs up button, please. But I'm here, and there's other people like this, we're like one another. We think a little bit alike. We don't, I don't know them as far as know them. Really? Why are you listening to folks like this? Why? As far as I'm talking about the bad actors, that's the ones I'm talking about. The mainstream media folks, you can just turn that crap off. I mean, it's nothing more than baiting, gaslighting. That's what it is. and all the above. So yeah.
Well, the Democrat Party's broken down, no leaders, no nothing, and all they can do is they're tied up in the Congress trying to they're saying no to everything. Um, so they're kind of preoccupied, and you don't really see the Democrats out here pushing, too much of it. So now we've got the Joe Kent situation, and we've got all these podcasters that actually were pushing, right leaning and for Trump. Now they flipped the script. So they're trying to turn our own base from within against each other in division.
Exactly. I mean, okay, so John Q says it's so obvious at this point. It's insulting. Yeah, and this, okay, before we go any further with that, this is the problem I have with all that, is because well, let's see. They want to push their, especially Alex Jones, okay, InfoWars, they want to push their products. He's a salesman. That's what he does. He sells things. And yes, Mr. Richie, before you come into the comments, yes, I guess he does have good stuff. Like I said, I've tried to buy some of his stuff back over the years. It is right here on my screen. It wouldn't go through, so it was give me signs back then, So like, no, I mean, you don't need to be buying that. But but no, they're used car salesmen and stuff, and I mean, you got your Candace Owens, folks. Just stay right there because we got a good one for you. But anyway, and this is one I've never listened to a whole podcast of this guy. Okay, a lot of people listen to him. Okay, a lot of people listen to this guy. Oh, well, thank you. But even my two daughters says, "Hey, there's something wrong about Erica Kurt. Candace Owens. I'm like, Candace Owens she's batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But she has great points. I'm like, because she's selling you stuff. Now, folks, whether or not not Candace, but Erica Kurt was involved with her husband's passing, the assassination, that's not for me to judge, She'll be judged one day if she had anything. Either way, she's gonna be judged. Okay.
Yeah.
But I look at my daughters. I'm like, I'm with you, Miss Richie. I'm with you. But the thing, I gotta set it up the way I gotta set it up. And I'm like, she's selling you a bunch of stuff that she can't prove because it don't say anything, Gail. Do not say anything because it all ties in together. And I proved it to him today, and it's like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, told y'all. And these people are taking this stuff far as what she's saying, hook, line, and sinker. But going back to Erica Kurt, like I said, if she had anything to do with that, she'll have to answer that on her own. Okay. But my thing to my girls was she didn't have time to grieve. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jackie Kennedy, she didn't have time to grieve. Just drug back in,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you've had someone that you've lost, especially your parents or your husband or your wife, and you cared about them, you got to have time to grieve and breathe. And no one, and I've said this here on the podcast, no one can tell you when you have to stop grieving. That just comes automatically with you when you can accept it.
Right.
So.
Very true.
Yes, John Q. Yes, he was. He's one of God's servants, no doubt about that. But to hear this is another thing. You panicking are out there starting to spread this now because you don't like how things going on over in the Middle East. And you have millions upon millions of people who listen to you. I don't know why in the hell you do, bro. I mean, all you do is sit there and smoke pot. Just you know, you don't have any logic, bro. You don't have any of that, bro. You know, Joe Rogan. Anyway, what you got to say there, Joe? This is bizarre.
I've heard Erica Kirk's got a dick. I've heard that one.
Whoa, well, she seems thrilled right now.
She's an odd duck.
She's a kook for sure.
You ever seen the compilation of her making crazy eyes?
No.
There's a video of her making demon eyes, and every time she makes the eyes, the music. It's so ridiculous.
She's possessed.
Well, she just gets intense.
She's like the guy. What's the gang guy? What's that guy? Oh my God! Look at that. She looks
Watch
like
this.
a televangelist.
Give me some volume. She's talking to Barry Weiss.
There you go.
Watch this. Pay attention to her eyes.
Charlie said or believed things that they believed were controversial or even hateful, that he somehow had it coming. What do you say to people who justified,
"You're sick"?
Mm.
He's a human being.
Oh boy.
Look at the eyes.
Exactly when Barry is saying, they basically said that because Charlie said or believed.
Okay.
All right. We don't need the Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's not the one that I wanted to hear.
Okay, but yeah, she seems she's having a good time. Well, she was on a reality show, you know.
Yes.
So she's a star fucker.
A little bit.
Maybe.
She was also in some weird CIA documents or CIA films.
Is that right?
Like, yeah. You ever seen those films?
No.
See if you can find those films. There's some weird, like, internal films that they made.
And yes, folks, she was actually in some CIA films, no doubt about
They're
that.
there's some documentaries, but for me, for Erica Kirk, I stand by Erica Kirk, and I always will. You know, she has been persecuted, judged, ridiculed, laughed at. That is a language that she gives with her eye. I could do something a certain way, somebody would say something. You could do something a certain way. You know what I'm saying? She's just in the spotlight right now. Yes, she had a past. No one knows what her and Charlie Kirk talked about, how they talked about things. You think that man didn't know everything about her when he started dating her? Absolutely he did.
I'm sure he figured it out or found out, you know.
I believe that they were a good couple. Now, every marriage has their issues. Nobody knows. They wasn't in their bed. You wasn't in their home. You wasn't there. Whatever persona, if there was trouble in paradise, that's for them to live with, and they have to at this point. But there's 2 kids involved here.
Right. And okay. Take those 2 kids, okay? Take those 2 kids. The same way that Erica turned to look and said, you know what she said. I got a true story because I'm me. I am me. Okay, so I'm not making this about me. I'm just telling you that look that Erica gave was 100% authentic. Okay, 100% authentic. Because when my parents were killed April 27, 2011, going on 15 years ago, I didn't give that look to anybody. No one. And I went to my wife July of that year, sat down, and obviously I had that same look in my eyes. She's just, what's that look? She'd never seen me like that. And I told her, I said, the look that Erica was giving was I could strangle someone right now. If you say something bad about my husband.
Valid.
And these
valid emotion.
But this is what I said to my wife, and I meant it. Okay. My mom and daddy, they weren't perfect by no means, but they were great parents, 100%, through and through. Great parents. I looked at my wife, she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I need help. I've never asked for help before, folks. Never have." I said, "If I don't get any help," I said, "somebody says anything bad about my mom and daddy," I said, "I'm gonna kill them with my bare hands." And I would have done it. You couldn't have stopped me. For Erica, Kurt, to take all those arrows into her, dude, they just started on her right after it. Candace Owens keeps pounding. Just keeps pounding. Really?
But she's been conditioned through her spiritual walk with God. And
Yeah.
people don't understand that. It's peculiar and or she doesn't care, this or that. Like I stated the other night, you can grieve and you can celebrate. You can celebrate your life of going to heaven and that being where we spend eternity. And you can grieve in the flesh because you're going to miss that fleshly body of that human being in human form. You can do both. But she gets criticized in either direction. But she's been conditioned, she's been seasoned for just a moment just like this. She actually has.
Okay. But we've all been, I say, I've been seasoned as far as through the spiritual walk with God and all that. But, Erica, I know you're not listening to this podcast, Sweet Cakes, but I'll be honest with you. I know what it's like to have someone killed like that. As far as not an assassination in front of the whole world to see.
Right.
To see, but I know the feeling. Now, I had a person come up to me. It wasn't maybe 2 or 3 months after all that, but you just need to get over it. I just walked off, but still, the fact of the matter that Erica has not had any time to grieve in her way. You don't see her kids anymore. You know what I'm saying? You only seen them when they was with Charlie, But just leave her alone. Just let her be. Let her do her thing. If she had anything to do with it, she'll pay at the bitter end.
Well, it's like Candace, they're upset. She's just so pissed off because where's Charlie buried? None of your damn business, Candace.
Well, where's my parents buried? They're in their urn. My daddy's body's at a graveyard. Okay, half my mama's ashes is with my daddy, and then the other half is with my aunt. Okay, it doesn't matter where. Just
It's none of their business. Is my point. It's none of their business to know.
All right, so Miss Richards said she heard a rumor that don't know if it's true or not, but the kids were the grandparents. Man, could be, could very well be. Don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't care just as long as the kids are safe. That's all I care about. As long as they're safe, But what I was talking about, she had 2 kids. We got 2 kids, That's what that's where I was going with that. And because Erica's a lot better than I am. I'm just saying. But it's just the difference between a female and a male, the estrogen and the testosterone and stuff. But, yeah. I'd been all up. I would have been all up. But anyway, so as we've been talking about this, what does President Trump think about Joe Kent? Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Mr. President, do you know whether Joe Kent was leaking?
Look, I'm not a fan of the guy. If you look at, and you never cover this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, if it's X or truth.
Hang on, let me set this up. Listen to every word he says. But President Trump's, that man right there, President Trump, whether it's President Trump or Donald Trump, he sets it up perfectly. You have to listen to him. Let me see when you lose. It does. It changes you forever. But it makes people stronger if you think about it. But listen to every word, because I was talking to Gail backstage. I'm like, you remember Nikki Haley? She goes, yeah. I'm like, and I brought up this situation, and she's like, oh yeah, I remember that. But listen to every single word that this man says right here. My president. And he's still your president too.
Mr. President, do you know whether Joe Kent was leaking?
Look, I'm not a fan of the guy. If you look at, and you never cover this, if you look at his truths or whatever he went on, if it's X or truth, if you look at his truths or his statements, he was all for everything. All of a sudden, he wasn't. He was a man that I met at Dover. He came and his wife was killed. He remarried fairly quickly. His wife was killed, and I felt badly for him. He ran for Congress, he lost. He ran for Congress again, and he lost. I said, you know, he's a guy, nice guy, seemed like a very nice guy. I met him, he was pretty heartbroken, but I said, you know, it's a shame. He ran for Congress twice. Call him up, give him a job in the White House. Smart. They gave him a job in the White House, and this is what he does to me. You know, being a nice guy doesn't pay off too much.
Mr. President.
Think of it. He loses twice in Congress, ran not very good campaigns, should have won, but he loses twice. How do I get him? I have my people call him, because I didn't deal with him for the most part. I saw him a couple of times, but I never dealt with him at all. I had no idea his ideology was left or right, whatever it is. I can say this. He said very strongly that Iran is not a threat. Iran's been a threat for 47 years, and there's not a country in the world that doesn't agree with me on that. So I take this guy, Joe Kent, who lost twice for Congress, pretty badly and tough, and was devastated. And I know that he lost his wife. So instead of letting him live out his life, I brilliantly have my people call him and offer him a job in security, essentially, in the White House.
What part did you catch on that one, folks? He always gives you just a glitch of what.
Well, when he said he did this to me, I can't believe he did this to me. Is that what you're talking about?
No. He married very quickly after she died.
I heard that too.
Yeah. Not saying, I mean, I'm not saying anything, but it goes back to the Nikki Haley thing when President Trump goes, well, I forget exactly how he said it, but basically he's like, well, she's screwing around with a lot of folks because she messed around on her husband. Yeah. Because he was deployed. Yeah. That tanked her real quick.
Oh, it's somebody peeking.
You going to bed? Hey, easy, bro. You don't want.
Papa, I can't.
What?
Can't get my arm out.
What? Give me a hug.
Oh,
Tell everybody.
Andy Precious.
This is my little guy. This is my guy. Hey, be careful going upstairs, okay? I love you. I love you, dude. That's my guy right there.
He's precious.
Guy. He is. He really is. Yeah, my phone's burning up over here. But anyway, let's go back to some Erica Kurt stuff. Okay.
Let's do it.
This guy, he's I would say in the know. Okay. What we got here?
Oh, yeah.
That the way that those screenshots got to Candace is via Joe Kent. You see, this has never been made public before, Aaron. Right now on your show, this is I'm saying this. So let me explain. Andrew Colvett, who's was Charlie's #2 guy, who now hosts the show. Andrew was in the chat group as well. He was one of the 9 people in the group. And he admitted at first, be perfectly honest, at first he was denying it. We didn't know how Candace got them. But then he admitted on the air, on his show, that he had given these text messages and he gave them to, he said that on the show that he gave them to someone in the government. He told us that he gave them to someone in the government. And of course, the response of the people in the chat group was, you don't have a right to do that. This is a private chat group. There was no warrant. It doesn't work that way. But nevertheless, he did it. So we didn't know how it got to her. And then we started putting pieces together. Because Joe Kent was someone that we knew that there was a relationship there between Charlie and Andrew and Joe. We knew that when Charlie would visit Washington, D.C., he would talk to Joe. And we kind of put 2 and 2 together, and eventually, I'll leave out some of the details that I shouldn't say. We kind of verified that the messages had been given by Andrew to Joe Kent, and that Joe Kent had been the one to pass them on to Candace.
Ruh-roh. Now you can take that any way you want to, folks. I'm just saying. This is the thing about it. We know Joe Kent was actually leaking information. And as I was telling Gail backstage before the show, somebody fixed to be leaving the administration. Yeah, they're all Democrats, folks. Yeah.
It's all coming out.
Yep. You know, but it's going to be Tulsi Gabbard because she's actually thank you, Laura Loomer, has 4 active GoFundMe pages or whatever. Because she's going to be running for president in 2028. She just hasn't made it official, but you know, those are there. And who does all these people? Who does all these people push? They push Tulsi Gabbard. That tells you who they are with, folks. 100%. Tells you they're on the Democratic Party side. Yeah. I don't care which side you're on, but when you want to deceive the people, your listeners, of who you're for and who you're against, but you want to make money off of this, I got a problem with it. Okay? I got a problem with that. I got a big problem with it. I do. And if you don't believe me, we got a couple of more. But hey, if you're in airports right now, I know this is at 3:15 this afternoon, but help is on the way.
Finally, we can take a deep breath here. The numbers have dropped off. The lines are getting shorter. I think the average wait time now is under 40 minutes. So if you have a flight to catch today, it's a good time to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International.
Okay.
But Cory Booker is throwing a tantrum.
He was. He was. I would have put the video up there, but I wasn't going to waste my time on him because it was so low volume, like he wasn't being heard and stuff. But he was. He was throwing a tantrum.
He was throwing one in his vehicle on the way to the airport, and then he threw a tantrum when he got to the airport after the lines had cleared out, by the way.
Oh, no doubt. And you know, I put that video, not that personal, that video. I put another lady's video up over on all platforms. But she's in Florida, and they come back in the comments in the threads. Hey, threads, how y'all doing? It goes, well, at that time, you know, it's always a little bit clearer out. You know, it's cleaned out a little bit. Some of them's like, well, I hope they didn't shoot them all. Stuff like that. I'm like, dude. Really? So, folks, if you're in the airport right now and things are running smoothly, you can thank President Donald J. Trump. And also thank the ICE agents for helping the TSA agents. Okay. Yeah, just go ahead. It'll make your day a lot better. You're eating a lot better and your flight a lot smoother. Unless if you're Air Canada and you crash into a deck,
Fire truck.
Unfortunately, I'm not making fun of it. Unfortunately, the 2 pilots were killed. Okay. So, but Elvis Presley did visit the Graceland today. Elvis Presley. You just hear what I said?
Elvis Presley visited Graceland today.
Yeah, President
Oh,
Donald J. Trump.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he got to sign something. Was it a guitar or something he signed?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't sign that guitar. No. That was 1956 Gibson. No, he wasn't signing that joker. No.
Did he go visit? Did he go visit or something?
He was there in Memphis today, and I ain't gonna play the video. Y'all can go look it up, but it was pretty awesome because a lot of people was like, well, this is Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. The big time conspiracy theorists. They're like, well, that's Elvis Presley. He faked his own death. Now he's become Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God, are they really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's out there. It's out there, folks. It's definitely out there. And anyway, I'm gonna run this by you because if you think we're joking about you people, here you go.
Option 2 behind Trump is going to be so much better for us and so much worse.
I was about to say, if they kill him, that's best case scenario from a sick level.
Folks, we just report it right here. Don't shoot the messengers, okay? We just report it. We call it out. I told y'all I was coming. I told y'all I was coming, and I'm gonna come. Okay.
Hey, Maddie. Hey, Grandma.
Faith up in there?
She was about 10 minutes ago. I didn't know she's still in there.
10 minutes ago, bless God. I mean, y'all click that thumbs up button. But let me see. Let me check, see if everybody's. Oh, thank y'all for the clicks. I ain't seen no repost yet, but I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, so this is the whole deal about the TSA being shut down. Okay, there goes Instagram. Okay, let me clear that out. All right. Here's the whole thing about the TSA. Okay, here it is.
Americans. Democrats aim to get Republicans on the record, too. They want the GOP to affirm the results of the 2020 election. The Senate has debated the bill for nearly a week. Brett?
I told y'all, and I've been telling y'all, President Donald J. Trump is not going to let the 2020 election go. He just sat there and said, hey, they want you to confirm that the 2020 election was real. It's not going to happen. It's not. Because it was stolen. Yeah.
It was. It was stolen.
It was definitely stolen. Before we close out, I'm going to leave this video with y'all because this goes into a little bit longer depth with the Alex Jones stuff, okay? I will comment after this, okay? Definitely, I'm going to have a comment.
Is going to be so much better for us and so much worse.
I was about to say, if they kill him, that's best case scenario from a sick level. From a sick level beating him, oh, please kill him, but it's so good after that.
Oh, it's going to be the best cleansing and the fastest cleansing that we've ever seen in my lifetime. I assess with almost certainty, with the highest level of confidence, that if they assassinate Trump, it is so game over for them, and it's going to be so fast. Who then takes the reign if they do that to Trump?
I don't know. What do you think?
You do know.
Who
do you
Tucker
think?
Carlson?
Let me think about it. Who's in the best position to completely castrate the deep state and crush the commies? That has the understanding of the national security order to go ahead
Elon Musk.
Just clean house. He can't be president.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
He's going to be
He's
vital.
basically already the president.
No, he's going to be vital in the conversation. I just think that General Flynn becomes the inevitable leader.
Oh, General
of the
Flynn,
movement.
obviously. Yeah.
It's inevitable if they do that.
Listen, folks. That
What?
wasn't that right there is what you call a 100% misleading your viewers. Okay, 100%. They deliberately lied to their viewers because what happens if President Trump was assassinated or any president? Well, it's going to be the vice president.
Right, J.D. Vance.
Okay. If J.D. Vance was taken out, who's third in line? That'd be the Secretary of State, which would be Marco Rubio.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Really?
Are they whacked? Are they smoking something?
And, yeah, I guess so.
I ain't never heard such nonsense. I've heard some crazy stuff, but that never thought I'd ever hear that come out of Alex Jones's mouth like that.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Miss Richie.
I did.
Well, yes. Okay, I was wrong. Speaker of the House comes number 3.
Yeah, because remember we thought we was gonna get stuck with Nancy Pelosi one time.
Yeah, well, yeah. And if the Speaker of the House gets taken out, then it's the Secretary of State. There you
I think that's why Nancy Pelosi was Speaker of the House for so long. I think she wanted to be like a Hillary Clinton and be president at some point.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Yeah. Thank you for the correction, Miss Richie. Thank you very much. Anyway, so I ain't going to say it like this guy does, but he sums it up pretty well. And Kramer has been on this podcast before. You know what I'm saying? And love Kramer. Him and I went at each other quite a few times over the years. But anyway, Kramer, what you got to say about these daggum panicking?
Fairweather MAGA, go fuck yourselves. For 4 years, we suffered under Biden, and all we wanted was the return of Trump. We get it, and you motherfuckers are the first to complain. He's not doing what he said. No, he's not doing what he said on your timeline. But the kids and the... Do you realize what Trump is doing right now? Our enemies, the traitors to this nation, have some very powerful friends around the world. It's a big club, folks, and you're not in it. And when they start getting attacked here, they call their friends elsewhere and go, hey, can you take care of this? And suddenly we've got a terrorist attack or a school shooting or something weird going on every fucking time. So what does Trump have to do first? Trump has to clear the table of all the people that can cause problems when he goes after the traitors of this nation. I know you don't see the big game because you're not following the big game. You're following the influencers, the Fairweather MAGA. Well, good luck with that.
Exactly.
I love Kramer. I love Kramer. I do. That guy, he just slays it right there. I mean,
He does.
That video was from today, but that's what I've been saying to y'all all. You got to watch your big content creators because Tucker Carlson's, Alex Jones, Candace Owens, they're bought paid for. They got millions upon millions of dollars, and then you got your influencers who are trying to make a buck, whatever the case may be. And I get it, folks. Y'all don't like it being called out. It's being called out. They're turning on each other. Laura Loomer, God bless her soul, dude. These people, it's coming to a head. These people are being caught. The influencers, the Joe Kents, they've been caught. Now,
Mhm.
will anything happen to them? I don't know. But the thing about it is, now that you know, it should make your life a little bit better and easier to have more discernment in who you listen to. Okay, I'm not
Absolutely.
asking you to trust us. I'm not. We're calling it all out. That's what we're doing. You know, I don't get it. You know,
I think people are starting to see it, a little at a trickle at a time, not enough. But I think a lot of people are starting to put things together as they get more radical, if that makes sense.
well, I mean, what do you mean more radical?
Well, I mean, look at Alex Jones. He's gradually been getting worse and worse. Extreme. It's like extremism is they're getting to a point of no return, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it's
Of
kind of like the
where
mainstream. It's kind of like the mainstream media. You know, the videos that we showed here tonight, they're not going to show it on the mainstream media. The stuff that we talk about, they're not going to be talking about it on mainstream media. You know, if they do, they spin it. Just like the guy with
Right.
the guy from the airport at CNN.
Mhm.
You know who you blame? Was ICE. Because I didn't play it all because they just spun it. They spun it. And that's what they do.
Well
They spin things.
well, that's like Pritzker, he was able to say, the illegal immigrant got out and shot his girlfriend, um, and he had been arrested, but he got out under the Biden administration, and now Pritzker was trying to say it's because Trump was trying to politicize this, and
Yeah.
that's the reason, and that we need to do better, we need to fix this. Yeah, if you're illegal, you shouldn't be here, and especially if you're a violent pervert, rapist, criminal, and you're here illegal. You shouldn't be.
Well, I mean, just like another university student, female, was killed by an illegal the other day. Okay.
Mhm.
I believe she was 18, 19 years old, something like that. But yeah,
Mhm.
so he was in court today, So get rid of the bad hombres, man. But Border Patrol, ICE, y'all keep doing y'all's things, okay? Keep doing it. Keep doing y'all's things. Deport them, get them out. Adios, amigos. But
I, I
this,
well,
go ahead.
the Oscars were last week.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took a moment and I said, you know what? I want to see what Hollywood is pushing. Okay, and I said, I'm going to find out what movies were nominated for Oscars
Mhm.
because a lot of times during that year, the movies they're pushing always has something to do with what's going on in our country or something in some sense. Well, this one has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. It's called One Bad Thing After Another. It won Oscar after Oscar after Oscar. Okay. And it's about illegal immigrants with an underground system they create
Mhm.
to protect illegals, and that they stand up and they get so radicalized, bombs are going off, threatening, you name it, it's happening. And they are praising this.
Yeah.
Praising this.
I mean, it's all satanic. But yeah, Moonrider. Yeah, hey, girl, I go with my gut instinct all the time. Sometimes if I don't go with it, I end up in a bad situation. Just saying. But yeah. Let me see. All right,
I was
so
trying to.
try the Tyler Wood encounter, Miss Ritchie. Yeah, that's true. 100%. But anyway, Miss Gail, take us on out of here, please.
Thank you, everybody, for coming here tonight. So good seeing you guys. Glad you had a safe weekend. Keep your head on a swivel. Pray for our country. Pray for our president. It's very important we do that. And have a blessed week.
Thank y'all again for joining us this evening. If y'all would, y'all click that thumbs up button, repost the podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Let's go. That's wrong damn one. I do it every daggum time. I got to get rid of that crap. I got to get rid of it. Anyway, here we go.